Oh my goodness me, it's getting very close to the time, and my goodness me, we are dead excited. And of course, now is the time to see how we can predict the whole entire evening, and indeed for the whole entire week for that matter, in May. And without any further ado, hello! Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody, and good morning, afternoon to you, Dylan. How you doing? I'm not bad, thank you, by the way. But how you doing, buddy? I hope you are well. And yes, welcome along to, well, first of all, I'm back with my buddy Damo. There he is. And I've got a Minecraft movie, McDonald's, Coke, cool.
A Minecraft movie, what a terrible idea.
Yeah, it hasn't gone down well with some people.
No.
But there you go. I'm not really into Minecraft myself.
No, and also they're making a Monopoly movie next week.
You know what? That might be interesting.
How? It's a board game. What are you going to do? Just have an hour and a half of someone rolling dice?
You could get a good story out of it. I think you could.
I just bought a hotel on the railroad.
Yeah, and then somebody else can land on it and they'd be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Easy storyline. Anyway, never mind about that. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. My name is Jamie G, back with Damo once again. And this time for our live stream this week. There will be another one next week, by the way. We're going to be back to doing normal, regular live streams and talking about things. But this time around, we are going to be making our predictions for the semi-finals of the Eurovision Song Contest. And also how we think the Big Five plus Switzerland will potentially do in the final. But, of course, it's not guaranteed at the moment. But this is the first time we are talking about our predictions for the semi-finals. In the meantime, I'm just going to write some things down because I've still got to type it all out from my own end because I'm an idiot. So kind of talk amongst yourselves and also come up with your predictions for the Eurovision Song Contest's first and second semi-final. You won't be able to see anything, but of course, a quick reminder, that's not what my intention is. Let me get that a bit bigger. Very professional work here, as you can imagine, on this glorious live stream that I have here. So let's get you above there. And what I do want is that thing in front of me. And then I will do that. Although that being said, I'm just going to do that. That makes things a bit more smooth. Let's make it a bit smaller, so you can at least see some of it. As you say, very high-tech stuff here. But let me make that a bit even. There you go. So yeah, quick reminder of our semi-finalists. In this first semi-final is of course Iceland, Poland, Slovenia, Estonia, Ukraine, Sweden and Portugal.
And then we've got Norway, Belgium, Azerbaijan, San Marino, Albania, Netherlands, Croatia and Cyprus.
For the second semi-final, it's Australia, Montenegro, Ireland, Latvia, Armenia, Austria, Greece, Lithuania,
Malta, Georgia, Denmark, Czechia, Luxembourg, Serbia and Finland.
The country that shall not be named according to him. Sorry, I had to put that on. Yeah.
Yes.
But nevertheless, those are the semi-finalists. Now, we have done a little tier list of basically separating them into 4 categories rather than sort of predicting precisely where they're going to finish up, although that being said, there is videos coming later on for that from myself. I instead will be putting them into 4 different categories for the respective predictions. So the 4 categories in question are definite qualifier, so those countries that are 100,000,000% qualifying no matter what, likely qualifiers, because potentially they're sort of like very high chance of qualifying, but potentially there may be outside chances whereby they could not qualify. Borderline qualifiers, those that are 50-50. Basically, they could either qualify or not qualify, whatever. And Defo, you know, Reading FC? What's happened to Reading FC?
I'm not following. I haven't been following.
Sorry, but and also the final category is Defo non-qualifiers. So that means those countries that are just flat out DOA. What's going on with Reading FC then? we'll take a brief detour. What's happening? Reading. Oh yes. I believe I know. Reading FC news. I think I know what the news is.
They beat Peterborough.
That's fine. But I'm pretty sure there's something else. Yeah, they could be suspended by the EFL.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't. That's sad because
Because of their financial troubles.
That's sad. They were a Premier League club not long ago.
Yeah, no, mental, isn't it? Sad indeed. Sorry for detouring all the way as far as that's concerned. I'm just going to get...
But let's put it this way. As Brighton fans, we've been there. You can get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you're not meant to see that.
And I mean, and our club and Bournemouth are actual evidence of that you can get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. What has happened?
So we know exactly how you where you've been. We nearly went out of business.
The food is goated in Reading apparently because of their owners made clubs go under before. Yeah, the owner is just a twit basically. Yeah. I don't want to swear, but there you go.
Like you need an owner like what we got, Tony Bloom. He's amazing.
Yeah. Definitely. Talk amongst yourselves. I just need to finish up one other little thing. As far as my video is concerned, I'm going to sound mute that, so you're not going to hear what my predictions are, per se. But I've got that. Then I'm going to say borderline. I'm still saying borderline for that one. So, yeah, I say... so, there's quite a few here as far as this is concerned. Let me just move this up a bit. So my borderliners are sorry, just bear with me. Very high-tech stuff here. Very professional, as always. Did I? Yes. And then
I prepared them all from memory.
You what?
I prepared all mine from memory.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I needed to remind myself because it was a while since I did the thingy-maboob. Then I've got likely as that, and then it's gonna have to be, isn't it? Do I say definite? No, I'm going to say that. You never know.
They're changing the staging, apparently.
Yeah, they are, apparently. I'm saying the top 4 defo. You know what? No, I'm going to stick them there, actually, in my honest opinion. So, I will do this be a lot quicker, and I can understand it then. Delete. You go. And then the defos, that, and what was the other one? Okay. Idiot. I'm going to spell it right, and that one. Right, and my second semi-final. So, very high-tech stuff, as you'd imagine. Again, sorry about this. My predictions. I'm going to... You might say, oh no, you didn't hear anything in the background. That's good. So, my defo NQs are... different NQs are that, and then yeah, I'm saying that is that one. I am.
No, we're completely off out the.
Well, not all the time. Well, mind you, yeah, I'm saying those. You know what? I'm gonna have that as a borderline kind of think of it. So that would be that, and then those like that, with that, and I'm saying that's a borderline. That is also borderline, even though my mum likes it. I'm saying that's borderline.
Really?
Yep. I reckon it could squeeze it. I know it's at a certain def slot, but there you go. I'm trying not to give too much away here. Sorry about this. And that's borderline. Borderline.
Right.
And I'm saying that is borderline or likely. I am saying that as likely, considering last year. So that will go there. And that would be all of that, even. So then... so that one's likely. Sorry about this, boys and girls. Likely. I'm gonna say likely. I'm not 100% certain on that. And then, do I say that as likely? I'm gonna say likely. I'm not 100% certain. And these three are defo. Yeah, you get the idea with that. I'm gonna mix it up a bit actually. Right, okay, so I just need to merge them a bit. And so easy. And they are all sorted. Right, so we're going to get it all done and dusted. How am I still live? We've got 5 people watching at the same time. Sorry for the lack of professionalism here. So, we're going to go through the 4 different categories of, again, likely... Well, first of all, defo qualifier, likely qualifier, borderline qualifier, and defo non-qualifier. But we'll do them in reverse order because I think that is possibly the best appropriation of it all. I'm just going to do that. So at least we get it all sorted. That. And there you go. Right. So we're starting off with non-qualifiers, first of all, from the first semi-final. Excuse me. You have got 2 countries as definite non-qualifiers for the first semi-final. Your first country definitely not qualifying.
Poland.
Oh, that's controversial.
I just don't think it's going to work on the night with the fans.
Why not? Because it is in amongst one of the... It's. Can I just say, at the moment, you're going to get blasted for that because it has got one of the most highest viewingship in terms of YouTube videos. So it's got the highest YouTube count from the YouTube
I just
channel.
don't know. There's something about it that doesn't spell out to me that it's a qualifier. That's just me.
Is there anything specific about it, or
I just don't think that. I just think the song is gonna be forgotten on the night.
I'm gonna have to completely disagree with you on that one personally, but there you go. And as far as your second defo non-qualifier, what's that?
Iceland.
Why Iceland?
Because it's just a copy of Jedward.
In what other way, like copy of Jedward? Like, what about the song?
It's boring. They should have picked the one. They should have picked Storm Chaser.
Oh yeah, well that didn't even get through to the final, did it?
No, it was awful.
Yeah, so your 2 defo non-qualifiers are Iceland and Poland. Would you believe it?
Yeah.
My first defo non-qualifier is Slovenia. As much as there is a slow gradualization of people that think it could potentially qualify and it's slowly getting that underrated card or people have slept on it kind of thing to begin with, I just think the lack of anything oomph in the song is just going to make it completely non-qualifying at all, in my honest opinion. Because I just... Even though you got some nice staging with the upside down, as I know you like it, I just don't see it like song-wise to be that elevated. So I don't. I think it might get up to maybe 12th or 12th or 11th, maybe even scrape it. But I don't think it'll get any higher than 10th, which is obviously what you need to qualify. But yeah, I don't see it myself. Second, definitely not qualify for me. I'm going to go Croatia. As much as there is the boppiness and the darkness and all the rest of it, it's just a bit chaotic. It's a bit of a mess. And you're talking about Poison Cake.
And also it has a lot to live up to after the last year's Croatian entry.
It really does. Yeah. That is arguably not the best thing at all to like go off the back of. You're going off the back of second place last year, and if you're just not the people's winner, and if you're not just going to go like even qualifying, which I don't think you will.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening. And my third definite not qualifier, because I've got 3, is Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
As much as I do have a bit of a soft spot for it, it's a song that's just not suited to the Eurovision Song Contest, in my opinion.
No.
It's suited to like maybe either a driving song or suited to any other stuff. It's a nice westernly sound Schlager pop song.
Yeah.
But unless it can come up with amazing staging, I just don't see it getting through. But we'll see what happens. We'll go to the Borderlines one now. You've got a lot of Borderliners, it has to be said.
Yeah.
Your first Borderliner.
Cyprus.
Why Cyprus?
Because I just think it's one of those songs that could be a bit Marmite.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that I don't think the whole whole of Europe will want it. I just don't think it'll qualify.
Is it because just any other reason? Or?
No, I just think it's a bit of a Marmite song.
I mean, it is Marmite in the fact that it's hypey dance track, but it's also like a lot of shushing elements, and I can understand that. Yeah. Your second of 7 borderline non-qualifiers, by the way.
Is Estonia.
Why Estonia?
I think it's just too nuts.
It is nutty. I'll grant you it's nutty.
Yeah, and also, I also think it's a plagiarism of Mika's Grace Kelly.
Really?
Yes. Because if you think about it, it goes, latte macchiato is the same as the bit that goes, why didn't you like me? Why didn't you like me? And
I don't see it myself.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, if you say so. But you just think it's just too... Well, it's a big televote favourite, this Stone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Espresso macchiato.
No, I just think a song about coffee isn't going to cut it.
Well, it's borderline, so you're saying the other 50-50. You've got those two as well. So what's your next one?
It is Norway.
Okay, why Norway?
I just think it's a bit repetitive, and the song just doesn't like it needs to change its staging to elevate it.
It is a personal song to him though, for Carl, but we've already seen the staging.
Yeah, I know, but it needs more. There's something.
Well, more than pyro, more than a dance break or something.
Yeah, we need someone to actually light a lighter on the stage or something. I
suppose. Your next borderliner,
Croatia.
Well, I've already spoken defo Croatia as a non-qualifier, but why borderline?
Because you just never know, do you? Like who's going to be there on the night. There's a lot of Eastern European countries in the first semi-final, and it might get those votes.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's what I'm just like, like countries that might like think, oh, let's vote for our neighbours, sort of thing.
I suppose. And your next one?
Azerbaijan.
Why Azerbaijan?
Borderline, again, is the same reason as Croatia. I think that there's a lot of Eastern European countries in that.
Yeah, but Azerbaijan haven't had the Eastern European vote for a few years now.
No, but I just think they could, because obviously the styles of music and everything, and I think maybe they could still sneak through.
And your next one?
Oh,
you got that as borderline. Did you put that as likely?
They're likely.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Was that likely as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. Ignore me. So let me just get rid of that and stop that. So I'm going to pop that there and then do that. Oh, no, I don't want that. Oh, no, I do. Being an idiot here. Sorry about this. So it's a lot of likely qualifiers. Okay, and my borderliners... I don't think we have anything... we do agree on Cyprus being borderline non-qualifier.
And
Norway. So we have two which we agree on as Cyprus and Norway for borderliners. Yeah, I don't see... Look, as much as Norway's got a great feel with Kyle Alessandro, and he's fairly famous in Norway as well... For me, it just feels like stuff we've heard before.
Yeah.
Again, with the and I know it's a personal song, but why have you got to turn a personal song into like an upbeat pop song?
Yeah, I know.
I think it would have been more suited to a ballad or something like that. That's just my opinion.
And the staging needs more. I think the staging.
I think the staging's fine. It's just. It's just how he is in regards to that. Mind you, I've got 3 more borderliners, which we don't agree upon. It's your second place in Eurovision this year for Norway. Oh, sorry. My other borderliner, I would say, is San Marino, and that's simply because of the history of San Marino. They generally tend to be not qualifying. Plus the type of song not really many casuals actually vote for. It's a dance... underground club song, which again, okay, it's good for like anthems and stuff like that, but nobody really votes for an anthem in the contest unless, of course, they get the staging absolutely spot on. I don't see. Well, I mean, I can guess why they could get qualified. If they did qualify, it would be fairly low on the scoreboard. So for me, that's why I say borderline. Another borderliner for me is, I hate to say it, Portugal, because even though there's like a lot of people that were sleeping on it to begin with, all of a sudden you then got people sort of listening to it because it's Portuguese, and all of a sudden there might be a little bit of booviness. And when I did the reaction video, a lot of Portuguese people were not too happy with me. They're very protective of their entry, which I can understand.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Well, as I've been saying for so long, Festival de Canso may work in their country as a celebration of Portuguese music, but as a Eurovision national selection, it's rubbish.
It doesn't suit Eurovision, per se. It only really suits for their own type of music, which, you know, you can understand.
Yeah, and also it goes to show you they've had one win in 60 years. And that's how...
The jurors appreciate them, though, over the last few years. Big time.
But I think, really, for them to actually become a powerhouse at Eurovision and get more wins, they're going to have a separate national selection.
Yeah, certainly feels like it. I'm just going to turn that off. That was a stupid little notification there. And my final borderliner is Iceland. I know you put them as a defo non-qualifier, but I think they may have that little bit of edginess. I know they're in a bad running spot, which is first up. But that being said, sometimes first up is 50-50 when it comes to qualifying. So if they get that memorable opener, be all like jumpity, boppity, boppity, and all the rest of it, they have that opportunity. That's how I feel they can do it. And also, they've got these stupid little dances where one of them does this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. Right, we'll move on to our likelies. Now, I put Portugal as a borderliner. You've got it as a likely, haven't you?
Yes, because I think I just think it's just going to sneak through. I think it'll be a 10th place one.
Even though it's a likely?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not saying borderline?
No, I think it's a likely.
Okay.
Then I've got Ukraine as a likely qualifier because it's not because of the song, but I think they're still going to get a bit of a sympathy vote. And
which I'm in agreement. Like, it's at the end of the day, as much as we we both of us think Ukraine's song this year is arguably the weakest in years.
Yeah, the worst they've had, in my opinion.
Arguably, yeah. But they're going to get the diaspora. They're going to get the sympathy vote. They're going to qualify.
Yeah.
We're not saying definite, but it seems likely at this point. Although that being said, we could put it in definite.
Then I've got Slovenia, because I still think that their staging might edge it through.
Where did I put Slovenia? I put it as a defo,
not. Yeah, I know. I actually think it'll...
It's so weak, though.
Yeah, I know, but I actually think the staging might elevate it.
Honestly, Slovenia's issue is more weak than my nan. Both of my nans are dead. But there you go.
Strange analogy, then.
Very strange analogy, sorry. But no, like, I get why the staging could be nice, but I just think the song is just not as poised for that one. Your next likely cue?
Netherlands.
And why the Netherlands?
Because it's a good, strong, solid, simple song that makes it a likely qualifier. I think it will sneak through.
Fair enough. Now, but before we go on to that one, say why why this one is a likely qualifier.
Because of the link to
San Marino,
being the thing in San Remo, and a lot of the fans like it.
Yeah, they do. They do. A lot of the fans do like it. It is very streamable at the moment, but again, is it votable? That's the main thing. I get why some people would love it and etc. But I don't know, just not seeing myself. Now, there's two countries on here whereby we do agree upon. First of all, we've already agreed on one.
Yeah.
The other country we agree upon is a likely qualifier, Albania.
Yeah, because we may think it's a bit overrated, but the fans love it, so it's going to qualify.
It's simply because of the song itself. I think the staging is going to be a little bit weak.
Yeah.
On the Eurovision stage, because we haven't really heard anything per se, so we reckon it's going to be similar copy and paste from the actual national final, just with better camera effects.
I think semi-final one though is the most open semi-final.
You reckon? I mean, second semi-final is more of a bloodbath.
Yeah.
But anyway, another likely qualifier for me is Poland. I know you put that as a defo non-qualifier, but for me, I mean, as I already mentioned, it's hyped up like anybody's business, especially from those in Poland. And also Justina has been trying to push for another entry as to represent Poland in Eurovision for yonks now, quite a few years. So to finally get that a second chance again with a woofy song and upbeat and backety boogity boo song like this, you're going to get votes. And also diaspora. So that helps. And my final, like almost, we'll get there in a moment. You know what? You said Netherlands was a likely qualifier.
Yeah.
I will mention that, in my opinion, they're a defo non-qualifier.
Defo non-qualifier.
Defo qualifier, that's what I meant to say, sorry. I know. You carry on with my spiel for a few moments. I've just got to deal with this shopping very quickly. Sorry about this, boys and girls. Very professional night.
Right. Okay, so as he was saying, he thinks Netherlands is a definite qualifier, but I still think it could just drop out. Because I don't know, just it depends on the viewership on the night and what the performance is going to be. I think if there's like weak vocals or something like that, it could still drop out. But yeah, I mean, we both agree that that Ukraine is going to be a likely qualifier, because obviously, whereas it's probably the worst Ukrainian entries for years, it's still qualified due to the diaspora, which.
Go to the second semi-final for you. Go to the second semi-final for you. Maybe speak about your end.
Oh, okay. Right, so I'll move on now to my definite qualifiers from the first semi, which are Sweden and obviously and Belgium. I'm not a fan of Belgium myself. I think it's just another standard generic European dance song, but I still think it'll qualify because the fans like it. And Sweden, I think, is going to be the main favourite to win the whole thing, so it's definitely going to be a qualifier and I think we both agree on that one actually. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting first semi. I think it's the weakest of the two. Plus, we can't vote in the first semi, which sucks. But yeah, yeah, we can't vote in the first semi, which sucks. Right. Well, I'll wait for Jamie to come back to tell you his definite qualifiers, because I think he's got Sweden as a definite qualifier, like I have, because that's a favourite to win the whole thing. But I'll let him say his other defo qualifier when he comes back. Yeah. So who do you think's going to qualify? Who do you think's a definite qualifier? Right. I think he's coming back now. But then again, while we wait, what's your favourite ever Eurovision winner of all time? Mine's Rock and Roll Kids. Worst would have ever was Stefania. That only won because of the war. The song weren't very good. I think it would have been a non-qualifier if the war didn't happen. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did. Listen to the songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. But that was once upon a time. Maybe we should rock and roll anymore.
I think it's going to have to do. Is that fine now? Sorry.
Yeah. So I've done my defo qualifiers. So it's your turn to do yours.
You mean all of your second semi-final ones?
No, I haven't done any of my second semi-final. I kept those.
Right.
We didn't do our defo qualifiers for
Right.
semi-1.
And yeah, we both agreed Sweden is a defo qualifier. Sorry for absence there. I was just dealing with a few things. So I said Sweden and Netherlands defo qualified. We both agree on Sweden. I say Estonia is defo qualified. So there you go. So let's do the second semi-final. Sorry for all the longevity there. So let's do with the defo non-qualifiers. Damo, start with you.
That country in the Middle East, just because it's that country in the Middle East. Moving on.
Go on.
Montenegro.
Why Montenegro?
Because it's just boring. It's just nothing. Nothing. The song is just forgettable.
I mean, I can understand why some people would say that, but she does put a lot. It is in the deaf slot,
Yeah.
but that being said, like some people do quirkingly like it though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's very unusual. But next.
It's controversially Malta.
Why Malta as a deaf and non-qualifier?
I don't know. I just
You are so out of your league, you know that, right? Carry on.
Because I just think, with all the thing of changing the name of the song and it being banned, I just don't think it's going to come across as well on the stage.
But people are going to be shouting cunts. You do realise that? It's set up in such a way whereby she's serving and she's going to probably shove the microphone out for everybody to hear, and then everybody will shout cunt.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, yeah, I still don't think it's going to work for some reason.
Yeah, thank you for the love there. Exactly. There's someone gets the memo. And your final definite non-qualifier?
Czechia.
Well, say final one because we agree on one, don't we?
Yeah.
But why Czechia?
Because it's boring.
Why boring? Why do you think it's boring? It's not that bad. It's got a dance break.
No, it's just. I just think it's just. I just think the song just doesn't go anywhere. And then we both agree that Serbia is a definite non-qualifier.
Yes, we both agree that Serbia is definitely not qualifying. It is possibly one of the blandest of the bland. I know we got Georgia in there, and I have no idea why you put that borderline.
Because I actually think it might sneak through with the Eastern
Why?
European vote. I just do.
The Eastern European vote, even though, no, you say that, because the song is from a singer who is, let's face it, while as a lot of people keep reporting, pro-Russian.
Yeah, good point.
Do you want to put it to definite non-qualifier then, perhaps? Or do you want to leave it as it is?
I'm just going to leave it as it is.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. No qualifier. But yeah, I put Georgia as a definite non-qualifier because it's just DOA. It's probably the biggest DOA of the whole entire lot. I don't hate it. I think it's nice. It's just completely DOA in terms of all the ballads this year. And I guess she's a very good singer and she's very passionate, but I just don't see it myself. I just don't see. Well, as I say, it's the king and queen of blands this year for Georgia. We'll move on to the borderliners. You've got 3 of them. Or you say your first, apart from Georgia, but
Latvia.
Why Latvia?
I think it's one that could qualify and one that couldn't. It's 50-50, like with the vote. And,
even though both of us really like it.
Yeah.
And I am in agreement with you. I do say borderline because it's just one of them whereby it could be a bit misinterpreted. And also it's coming fairly early in the running order at number 4. So, I mean, it could stand out, but yeah, I don't see it myself.
And Armenia.
Why Armenia?
Because it could stand out.
Well, we both agree on that.
Yeah, it could stand out, but just something's lacking from it.
Yeah, it's not really pushy outy, and also even though the station could be nice, it feels a bit bland at the moment. Although that being said, it could be elevated a little bit more come the Eurovision night. We don't know for certain, but mind you, this hasn't even been on streaming services. That's how low key this has been, which as a result could end up qualifying. You never know, but we think it's borderline. Other ones I think are borderline include Czechia. Even though I don't think it's not qualifying, but I think it has a potential of being not qualifying. The reason why I say it's borderline is simply because of the dance break. And I get the whole kiss, kiss, goodbye, powerful boo, skibidi bar kind of thing. But at the end of the day, that dance break in the middle, it just doesn't suit it.
No, it doesn't.
Which is what I think will put people off. We've had so many dance breaks all of a sudden over the last few years. I think people are going to get bored of it. Chanel started the whole thing, and now it's so many. It's just sort of going, oh, okay, not another Chanel, but this time a male rendition. And I know you put Montenegro as a definite non-qualifier. I put it as borderline, simply because I know it's number 2 up. In the def slot, but I just see people voting for it simply because of the. Does it have the Serbian? No, it has the Serbian vote after all, and I think you could have a few more Eastern European ones in there, like Georgia, for example. Someone lit off a firework.
Right, and it's a bit early for that.
Who lit off a fucking, excuse me, a bloody firework? Who lit off a firework?
I was outside when up against 2 of my ears.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
You okay?
I was out of a shock. I was watching the plant.
Oh my god. Who lit off a blooming firework? Unfortunately, my mum's very sensitive to that kind of thing. That is bloody rude. Oh dear, sorry about that. But another borderliner I do have, by the way, is Denmark. Now, as much as some people do love the sort of that kind of element, it's a Loreen copy.
Yeah,
it's a Loreen copy.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is a Loreen copy. I don't know why they've gone down that route this time around or picked one like that. I just don't see it qualifying myself, but I can understand why some people would vote for it. And it's also got the Finnish vote there amongst a couple of other ones which could vote for it. And it's fairly late off in the running order, I think, as well. Well, it's 11th, which is normally a bit of a death slot, so maybe not. But, you know, I can see borderline, perhaps. Although that being said, you got it as a likely qualifier, haven't you?
Yes.
Why have you got it likely?
Because I think the fans might like it on the night, and like the people who have.
Why are they... What's the fireworks? I don't know if you can hear that.
That's bloody loud.
That is stupid, whoever's doing that. Must be somebody's birthday or something.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, boys and
unless
girls.
they're celebrating the end of Eid or something, because it's the end of the end of Ramadan's tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why would you have fireworks for that?
Some of them do.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I might be missing this culture, but there you go. You okay
As
then,
much
man?
as we have our own displays at bonfire night, but this time of year having fireworks is just dumb.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyway, so another... Well, let's go for the likely qualifiers now. You've done Denmark. What's the next one?
I've got Lithuania.
Which I agree with you upon this one. It's a likely qualifier. And it's simply because of the history, in my opinion. But why do you reckon?
I also think that it's catchy and it'll definitely qualify.
As you say, catchy.
Yeah.
I suppose the Tavo bit is dark and
Yeah.
catchy.
Yeah.
Where he goes, Tavo, 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 etc. I get it. I totally get it. And but look, I'm only putting it as a likely one because I don't see it not qualifying myself. There's a slim chance of it not qualifying, which unfortunately some people do find it a bit bland. But Lithuania have got that diaspora. They've got the people voting for them. And they're a weird country which they somehow get the vote for. But I can't see why it shouldn't qualify, in my honest opinion. And the final one for you?
Likely qualify Austria. Because
That is one of the favourites. So.
I know it's one of the favourites.
Alexa
but
dismiss.
It depends on what it's like live.
I mean, come on, you got his vocals to
Yeah.
go by. Sorry about this. You got his vocals to go by. He's arguably got
Yeah, I know.
one of the
Yeah,
best vocals
but
in the contest.
that's just on the recording.
True,
That's the thing. We have.
but he is on The Voice.
Yes.
He was on The Voice.
Yes, but
He is a winner of The Voice. Well, is he a winner of The Voice UK? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
He did very well.
Yeah,
I know that.
But I still think we need to hear him live first to actually say that it's that good. If you know what.
Well,
I
we've
mean.
got the pre-parties coming up.
Yes.
So that's always going to be helpful.
So I'm not going to say he's a definite qualifier yet until we've heard him live.
Okay. My likely qualifiers, aside from me agreeing with you with Lithuania, I've got a few here for starters. I'm going to start off with Australia. They're going first. They're going to be memorable. It's all about come. And it is. Let's just deal with that. It's a 69th Eurovision Song Contest. Australia's not taking it seriously at all this year, I should point out. They're just going to go for it because I think they're kind of... They don't want to end up not qualifying, so they might as well just go the full hog of getting the vote for the 69th Eurovision Song Contest.
And finally, they didn't pick someone from that last national final.
That's true. It's a completely new person.
Yeah.
It is. Gojo is completely new to the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's an interesting one. But, yeah. I also think a likely qualifier. I know you've gone defo for this one, but I think there's a slim chance maybe of it not qualifying, but maybe it's close to defo. But I'm going to say Greece is likely qualifying. You're saying defo.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song. It's a beautifully done Greek song. I love it. Obviously, I'm only saying likely because at the moment the staging's not so great, but it's come from a poor national final, let's face it. But I reckon the staging is going to be absolutely elevated, and Clavadinia performs it beautifully. She's got an amazing vocals.
Even though their national final took forever.
Oh, it was ridiculous. It was one of the weakest this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
Another light one for me is Luxembourg. I know you had it
As a definite.
another definite. For me, why I say likely simply because of the staging again.
And the nostalgia.
I
I reckon it's a definite qualifier for the nostalgia. People are going to love that nod.
if they
So
know about Eurovision
yeah,
history, though.
Yeah.
I suppose they might get told by it.
Yeah, because it's a nod to that song that won, isn't it?
It is, but I'm just thinking only because of the staging and the poor outfits. Unless they improve on that. Also, by the way, I don't know if you saw there was like a dark rendition of that.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Like, why sex her up like that?
Don't
That
know.
was just ridiculous. But, yeah, Luxembourg, it's likely only because of the staging. I get the nostalgia feel, but It's not. It's poppy enough to get to likely qualify for sure. I just don't 100% see it there. Another likely one for me, and again, I'm only going by history on this one, and that is Malta. And now, no, you're not saying def or not, because I'm guessing because of the hit. Why'd you say def or not again?
Because I think the way of the song's been changed.
I think it's definitely likely qualifying. Excuse me. I think it's a likely qualifier simply because of people love it. It's serving camp. Blah 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 blah. I'm only saying likely because of the history. I'm not saying borderline. I think it's highly likely going to qualify, but I just don't think it's going to do as well as you expect in the final if it gets there. Simply because Malta recently just haven't had the history in their favour. I mean, they've had 2 last places in the semi-final.
And also this small country thing.
Yeah, small country thing. They've had 2 last places, both undeserved, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, 2022 can get effed, but 2023 shouldn't have been last.
No.
And 2024 was also last, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, Malta wasn't last in 2022, but even so. Your defo, we've already touched upon Malta.
And Luxembourg.
No, we don't know. Oh, yeah, no. And also we touched upon Australia. Your other defo qualifiers.
Finland.
Well, we both agree on that.
Yeah.
We both a million times agree on that. It's closing the whole entire thing.
Yeah, and Ireland.
Why Ireland?
Because I think the catchiness of the tunes is going to actually translate to votes.
It's number 2. No, it's number 3. Excuse me.
Yeah.
If it's in like near the death slot after Montenegro, that's not a good spot.
Yeah, but these days the vote is open before the show.
No, not in the semi-finals.
No?
Not in the semi-finals.
Oh,
yeah, you still have to vote after in the semi-finals. You can vote all throughout it in the final only, but you still have to vote afterwards in the second and semi-finals.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. But
yeah,
anyway, I think Ireland's a definite qualifier.
Mate, you are. I know you love it, but I just don't see it myself. And
I've got Australia as a defo.
I think you touched upon that. And
I hate the song myself, but it's going to qualify.
Oh, is that one of the Rockets?
This is down the garden.
Oh.
This is what went straight
Give it
past
to
my
me.
ear. Literally went straight past my ear because I was just outside trying to put Jamie's stuff away in the garage, so I just started watering the thing. Literally, I wanted all this big,
Pull that to me.
This big swoosh went straight past my head, and then this ginormous right by me crash bang.
Oh my goodness me! This is one of the bloody rockets that went off. Look at that. Beside our garden, look.
That's a very... I don't even think these are legal.
Did you hear the sound of that?
It was very loud.
It's not
legal, is it?
No, I don't think these are legal.
It must have been like, as you said, the whole Ramadan thing.
Yeah.
How disgraceful.
I don't think these are legal, mate. Rocket heads are supposed to be plastic in this country, and they're metal.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Well, at least you didn't get hit. I mean, it was skimmed.
Like?
It was skimmed.
Do you know what it felt like?
What?
It was so noisy as it went past my fucking ear. I didn't even know what it was. All I could hear was this high pressure shushing as if I didn't know what it was. And then all of a sudden, this gigantic bloody great crash came.
Sorry about this, guys. I don't know.
But this is not on.
They know.
It made me feel bad.
Well, we'll have to see where that came from.
Yeah, that's illegal.
That's
Trust me,
terrible.
that firework is illegal.
Sorry about this, guys.
Yeah, that's an illegal firework. I can tell by the way it's been built.
Jesus. Oy, oy, oy.
Someone's brought that back from France.
From France, you reckon?
Yep, where these sort of fireworks are legal. They've snuck that through the Channel Tunnel or something. Because metal firework heads are illegal in the UK.
How have they done that?
Mm.
How have they done that? Anyway, we've talked about virtually all the others. I know you said Ireland. We touched upon Finland. Now, one country, you're not going to talk about this, but I will. One final defo qualifier from the second semi-final. Israel, I think, is definitely qualifying simply because of the situation that they're going through. They were defo qualifiers. They won the semi-final last year. I can't see it not happening again, personally, but I mean, look, never mind about the song. They're trying to go for the same angle. Whether they'll get the same type of vote again, I'm not 100% certain. I don't think they're going to win the semi-final, but they're qualifying, whatever way you look at it. And we're just going to have to accept that. Whether we like it or not. You know what I mean?
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't think the country should be taking part in Eurovision.
Yeah. And you've heard the song, have you?
What?
You've heard it.
Only a little snippet of it, and I don't like it.
Right. Those are our semi-finals. I'm going to make that a bit bigger, so at least we can get the thingies up, so we can have a good look at them. Sorry about this. Very professional artwork, in case you couldn't tell through here.
And now we're going to go through the big five.
Anyway, I just want to sort of get everybody reminder of all of this. So I'm going to do... yeah, I'll show that. So let's make that a bit bigger. Screw it. This is my lovely Excel spreadsheet, everybody, for good measure. So this is what we predict. So... I'll get that a bit to the further. So my def and non-qualifiers for the first semi-final. Hello, Harry. How you doing? You missed some bangs earlier with some illegal fireworks. Anyway, so my def and non-qualifiers are Azerbaijan, Croatia and Slovenia for the first semi-final. Borderline, San Marino, Norway, Cyprus, Iceland and Portugal. I'll bring the... can you see the mouse there? Where's my mouse? There it is. No, you can't see the mouse, that's fine. And then, likely qualifier, Albania, Ukraine, Poland, Belgium. Definite qualifiers, Netherlands, Estonia, and Sweden. And your ones for the first semi-final?
The defo qualifiers, Sweden and Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
Likely qualifiers, San Marino, Albania, Netherlands, Slovenia, Ukraine, and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Borderline qualifiers, Cyprus, Estonia, Norway, Croatia, and Azerbaijan. And defo non-qualifiers, Poland and Iceland.
And for the second semi-final, my defo non-qualifiers are Georgia, Ireland and Serbia. We completely disagreed on Ireland, by the way. I think Sweden will win easy. Well, for the semi-final, yeah, I think it's easily winning the first semi-final for sure. My borderline qualifiers for second semi-final are Denmark, Armenia, Montenegro, Czechia and Latvia. My likely ones are Luxembourg, Lithuania, Greece, Australia and Malta. And my defo qualifiers are Austria, Israel and Finland.
Okay, my defo non-qualifiers are Czechia, Malta, Serbia, Montenegro and that country from the Middle East. Borderline qualifiers, Georgia, Latvia and Armenia. Likely qualifiers, Denmark, Lithuania and Austria. Defo qualifiers, Ireland, Finland, Australia, Greece and Luxembourg.
Alright. Ari says, I think Luxembourg is overrated. I think they won't make it. So you're putting them borderline, more or less. Yeah, what other ones have you got there? So this is our 4 different categories. Defo, likely, borderline, or defo nons, basically. That would be lovely for you to know. Sorry if there's not so many viewers tonight either, but that's fine. I love spatting rubbish anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
So, what's your ranking of the big 5?
We'll deal with that in a moment. I just want to get Ari's thoughts here.
So,
or indeed, Dylan, where are your
So, what
thoughts?
is your actual top 10 from the actual semi-finals?
Well, that will be revealed later, but I might as well say them now.
Yeah.
Come to think of it. What were my top 10? My personal top 10.
Yeah.
You should guys already know that by now. Let me get myself back up. There you go. This year is so mid, it is all borderline. Certainly does feel like it. My top... Where is it? Here we are, top 15. I've got the video. Well, actually, might as well just go to my video, more to the point. Let me just get rid of that. And then go to that. Go to my thing. Videos. And where is it first? 15. There we go. Bring that over here, actually, so you can see it. Be a lot easier. And then we want to do that. Not that one though. That one. Where is it? Resident. What the hell? What's going on here? Sorry about this.
Didn't Sweden draw its place in the final as well? Switzerland.
Oh yeah, got 19 in the grand final.
Yeah, so it's going to perform 19th. Yeah.
Yes. Let me just. I'll play this in the background whilst all of that's going on. You got my whole thingy here, but I'm trying to get the window capture itself up. I don't know what's going on. I don't want that. Let me do that and then see properties. There you go. That's better. Don't know what happened there, but there you go. I'm just going to pop that over there. This is my old video, of course, itself. Almost centered. There you go. For the final, then, I think Sweden will do it easy, and Austria won't be in the top 5. I don't think it's really getting televoting points, and jury says we can't let this win because opera was last year. I do agree with you on that, although that being said, jurors do go for opera. But either way, this was a quick reminder of my top 15, personally, anyway. I just think this is dead. That is so dead, in my honest opinion. I just think it is. Although it's not the weakest one in the whole entire contest. For me, I just think it's totally DOA, excusez-moi. But, you know, I can understand why some people think now it's a bit underrated. It's a bit like... Severia's cute and all, but bland and boring. Yeah, I think it's a cute song with a cute... Well, let's face it, cute guy with a heartfelt, passionate number. There's not many people who are going to go for the actual song itself because it's not really elevating towards the end. Maybe it could have added a key change, in my honest opinion. My number 14... I can't stand this one. I really can't stand it. But it's going to qualify because of diaspora.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can't stand it. Yeah, I feel bad for Clement as well, but I feel even worse for Zifferblatt because this is just a nothing song either.
No, it's probably Ukraine's worst entry.
Arguably one of the worst.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like you really much. Hope it makes it. Well, you really hope that Ukraine makes it. Look, it's going to make it. There's no denying it's going to make it.
I actually think their 100% record could go with this one.
You still got the diaspora and you still got the sympathy. You still got the sympathy. That's why we predict it. I think this is dead as well. Dead as a dormouse, personally.
As like we were saying, Festival de Canso doesn't work as a national selection for Eurovision.
No. And bear in mind, in case you guys need a reminder, this is my personal top 15 from the first semi-final. But yeah, number 13 for me, Portugal. It's so unloved by everyone, but it got my genre. The Ukraine guys. Fair enough. Regardless, it's going to get the sympathy vote for Ukraine. But Portugal, I get why some Portuguese do want to defend this. That's fair enough. The Portuguese fan base seem to be a little bit
touchy.
Yeah, touchy, exactly. And the Portugal's chilled.
So's the French by some of the comments on the...
Which is why I don't think the French are going to do well. Hello, Yuval. Simply because the situation... Oh, yeah, Ukraine, definitely. And hello, Achta. Oh, nice one. Thank you for saying you're a big fan. Thank you. And yeah, my 13 again was Portugal from Le Pays, but you'll do well.
Speaking of the Netherlands. Hello from the Netherlands.
Yes. Hello at the Flat Earth Society. No. Because they're a flat country, get it? Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I just don't rate Portugal. It's, as you say, it is chill, but it's not whatever. I only put it fairly high up.
As we were saying about Croatia, it had a lot to live up to from last year.
Indeed. Hello, Lil. How you doing? Oh, now we got people chatting. What's going on here all of a sudden?
Oh, yeah.
Portugal could do well with a good staging like in 2021.
You guys are a disgrace.
Why?
Why are we a disgrace?
What? We reckon Ukraine's qualifying simply because of what they're going through. Unless you're joking around or something. In which case, if you're going to carry on like that...
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
How are we a disgrace?
Some people think that. But there you go.
It's just a different opinion on music. Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
God dear, oh dear.
Just going to remove that. There you go. So, Portugal do well with a good staging. I mean, they could... But there you go. Now, as far as Croatia is concerned, Poison Cake...
They had a lot to live up to.
They did.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's going to...
I mean, to come from to follow the last year's entry it was going to be so hard for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not bad, but there you go. Which country you guys think is going to win?
Sweden.
It's either Sweden or Austria.
Yeah,
one
it's
of
one
the
of
two.
those two. Yeah.
It's one of those two, but I do think Austria's going to surprisingly flop in the public vote.
Mm.
By the way, I don't know how we're getting so many views considering ESE Gabe's talking right now. So there you go. Mine 11 was Iceland. I think this is borderline for sure.
Yeah.
But it's as much as I find it annoying,
Yeah.
it's weirdly catchy.
It's terrible.
And also it's about rowing. It's about sailing and all the rest of it.
Yeah, it's
We are
Icelandic Jedward.
Question's just bad vocals hurting my ears, my last place. They were bad vocals on the night, but you never know. Right, I'm getting rid of you. Give me a minute. Right.
Promoting hatred.
Just ignore that. Just ignore that.
What the f...
There you go. There you go. You are gone, my friend. All right. Anyway, we're not tolerating hate on this channel. We're not.
How are we promoting hatred? That's ridiculous.
Just just ignore him. Just ignore. I've timed him out anyway. He can't chat on here anymore.
No.
Right. So Iceland. Yeah, I just find it annoying. I find it annoying, but it is weirdly catchy.
Yeah.
Because you got that. Iceland won't make it. I think it's too repetitive. Yeah, but I don't know. I've got it in my ears and key change. Very rarely do you get key changes now.
Icelandic Jedward.
It is Icelandic Jedward. Although, have you seen the latest rendition of Ya Ya Ding Dong Ding Dong?
Yeah.
That was classic. My
Yeah, ding dong.
Ya Ya Ding Dong. Yeah. My number 10. I don't think it's qualifying, but that is my personal number 10 because I do weirdly like it. I don't know why I do, but I do. I'm just gonna. I do really like it. It's just.
I like it, but I don't think it's going to qualify.
It's just doesn't suit Eurovision.
No, it doesn't. No.
Number 9 is San Marino. I like it, but don't love it. But it's qualifying. Probably will.
Yeah.
I think it's borderline at the moment. Azerbaijan will be 10th, band 20th. Yeah, it is a radio song. But I like San Marino with the do-da-de-dalle. But is it votable though? That's what I did
if Say Na 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 was.
Yeah, but that's not that type of song. Say Na 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 was a pop song. This is a dance track.
Say Na Na Na.
Say Na 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 to Italia.
Serhat is a ledge.
I really like it that San Marino's could be legendary with the right staging. It just needs the right staging. You're quite right. Totally quite right. Right, my number 8 was Albania. But like, I get why if some people love it. I get it.
I think it's overrated.
But I fully agree it's overrated.
Yeah, very overrated.
It's a nice song. I think it's qualifying probably, but I don't think it's going to do as well as you think in the final.
No, I think it'll be top 15.
I don't even think that.
No?
No. It's like, I say between 20th to 15th personally. I get why people like it, but it's in my top 3 for the semi. Why is everybody loving it so much? Why is everybody loving it so much? Why?
Albania is strange and...
Albania Strange and stuff need to listen to in full. Oh, so you think San Marino's top 3? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Albania is very strange. Yeah. There you go. My number 7 was Cyprus. I get the
I don't think this is going to... I don't think this will qualify alongside Belgium, though.
It's going to be one or the all, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Belgium's in a bad running order. Cyprus is. And why are they in a good running order when they're last up? They're going to have some absolutely batshit insane staging, which apparently they might have. I'm just going to...
Yeah, apparently they're going to do something that's never been done or something.
But here's the thing. Like, I'll get the Instagram thingy up in a moment or two. And the model, which I think is a French magazine. The model Eurovoir's data simulation of Eurovision says France is most likely to win. Yeah, I don't know why this has cropped up all
I
of a
don't
sudden.
know, and France isn't a good song.
Eurovoir. I think Eurovoir's a French channel as it is anyway.
Yeah, but there is just one thing though. the song is average. It's just a copy of last year.
Hello, Monty. How you doing?
With a female singer, and she can't sing.
She can sing.
No, she's a terrible live performer.
Whoa, no. I have to stop you there. She is a lovely performer. She performed it beautifully well, but I agree with you that the song is... Look, if you didn't understand the lyrics, you would be forgiven in thinking it's a mid-pop song. I've read the lyrics, and while I like what she's done with the lyrics and the sentiment behind it, I still find it putting it this fairly mid-ballad. I'm just not that grappling to it. It didn't make me emotional on the night.
It sounds exactly the same as last year's entry in some bits.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Or with Sleman.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, she needs a powerful vocal on the night to make it stand out.
Yeah.
Whereas Sleman bloody did. Do you know what I mean? We'll get rid of that and head back to here. So that. Now, my number... Well, actually, by the way, I'm going to switch Albania and Cyprus with each other in terms of the my top.
Yeah.
My number 6 for the semi-final is Norway. It is likeable. I do think it's going to do fairly well, maybe, but I don't think as well as you think.
No, I think the staging needs to be better. I just don't understand why he's wearing a knight's outfit.
No, about a knight's... Oh, yeah. It is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Maybe just change the outfit.
He needs to change the outfit because it doesn't actually fit the song.
I agree, Ari. It is such a Swedish song, but it is Scandinavia. You got to understand that. It's very Schlager, but it does tell of a personal story. Like that being said, as we already touched upon, why would you do that sort of personal thing with a boppy song like this? This is very nice, to be fair, though.
I just don't think it's gonna work on the night.
I think it will.
No.
I think it will. It's going to get a lot of people working for it.
I don't think Netherlands is going to challenge for the win, though.
No. Norway is my second place in the whole contest. Really, Money? Really?
It's not great.
Good grief.
They should have selected Bobby Socks.
Yeah, Poland is beautiful. Not beautiful, but I would say it's really, really good.
I like
Poland
the
is really
song,
good.
but I just don't see it as a qualifier.
Diaspora. I know it didn't qualify last year, but they came very close. Netherlands, I think, will qualify. They're going to come back, of course. Let's just hope Claude doesn't punch anybody. La la la. Espresso macchiato. Netherlands really cooked it to my favourite after Sweden and Switzerland. Fair enough. And I love Estonia. I know you don't like it.
No.
You don't like it at all.
No, I just think it's too silly.
But people love silly in the 2025 Eurovision Song Contest has proven left, right, and centre is not a serious
year. It
year.
is a plagiarism of Mika's Grace Kelly.
It's not a plagiarism.
Yeah, it's latte macchiato. Why didn't you like me? Why didn't you like me?
It's not.
Yes.
Yeah, come there, get the coffees out. Go on, Money.
A song about coffee is just...
Hey, I drink coffee on a regular basis.
Yeah, so do I, but I don't sing that I'm having a coffee, do I?
I will come the Eurovision night. Espresso macchiato. But to be fair, they're coming up with a title like that. It's typically Italian. But hey, the Italians aren't that offended. And Estonia is great. Her performance in Eurovision's better. And we can talk about top 5. I think it's going to flop with the jurors. Come on, let's face it. Bottom 5 with the jurors all day with this one. But, mind you, that being said, it did win the jury vote. So you never know. But I wouldn't surprise me if it was bottom 5 with the jurors. My number 2 is Belgium. I love it.
I think it's a definite qualifier, but let's put it this way. The way that they actually...
I think it's likely as well.
Over-promoted this at the time as one of the best songs in the contest.
They did for a little while, to be fair.
No. To me, this is just a generic European dance song. Nothing more.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I love it. When I first heard it, I loved it, especially with the... I get it. I get the generic dance song vibe. I totally get that.
And very Erasure.
But this is better than Cyprus, in my opinion. I think
as I said, one of them won't make it.
Yeah, I think that's the Norway from 2023. Big hype around the vocals and then flop with the juries and tellies, but overall in the top 10. Well, you say Norway 2023 flop with the tellies. It's still got 200 odd points from the televote.
What about last year? Belgium last year
was
very hyped by
God, that
everybody.
was hyped. It wasn't my top 5.
And it didn't qualify.
It was in my top 5 before the contest.
I know, and then I saw the staging.
Staging was awful.
And I saw that staging. I said, too many microphones. That's going to cost.
Well, they were copying the music video, but the music video itself didn't translate well to the stage.
No, there was too many microphones.
It just didn't translate.
Yeah.
But they've kept the staging as it is this time around anyway, and they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And my numero uno from the first semi-final
is Sweden.
Sona. Who doesn't love this? Who doesn't love this?
This is going to win.
It will win the semi-final. It's got to win the first semi-final. It's either that or Austria.
Well, I'll be waiting for this to win.
Oh, same here. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually proper. Well, it's the first time, aside from 2022, this is the first proper time I'm actually going in favour of a Swedish song. Like, we loved Hold Me Closer, both of us.
Oh, that was lovely.
Beautiful song.
Well, Euphoria we were behind at the time.
Yeah, to be fair, but we weren't that keen on Tattoo, were we? I mean, we liked Tattoo.
I liked Tattoo, but I still think
Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah. I wasn't that keen on Sweden to win.
Yeah.
It wasn't my preference. I didn't mind them winning.
No.
Unlike some people. But this is the first time I want Sweden to win.
Yeah.
But in a long time. Like, I would have liked, again, Sweden to win in 2022. It was one of my favourites. But this is the first time I want them to win.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Aside from 2015, perhaps. Because I did like Moms, yeah.
Yeah. I did want Take Me to Your Heaven to win.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. Cyprus and Norway will Cuba, Belgium, not Belgium, I think. And it was too much movement. Yeah, indeed. And for Belgium last year. Never ever I liked a song from Sweden, but this time they cooked. Hold Me Closer, exception, yeah, exactly. Sweden on top, please. Ari says P1 to P2. Well, P2, P3, the rest can compete about that. Yeah. Oh, look, I love it. I love it. So we'll go to my...
So, if they did get that 8th win, do you reckon the next one will be in Stockholm? Because the last one was in Melbourne.
Do they want to host it, though, after what happened last year? They said they were going to try not to, but now they said something which potentially the televote could win. So it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I think going through these videos is a good idea.
Yeah, and we'll show. Well, for those of you guys that missed it, I will showcase my. We'll showcase our predictions later in a moment. So in case you missed it.
This is just nothing, is it?
It's awful. It's the one of the blandest of the bland. Yeah. And by the way, I did put Georgia like above this, but both this and Georgia, absolute nothing burgers. But I have now put Georgia as my last, in my honest opinion. So I've swapped them over since then.
I think it could still sneak through, Georgia. I don't know. It's just a strange one.
Why? It's a nothing. It's not even a single bun. Never mind patty. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally a case of nothing. Hence there's not even any buns. Nothing about this. Say Serbia, like there's a little bit of bunniness there. But this has got no buns at all, Georgia. I wouldn't say I can't stand it. I don't hate it. It's just nothing there. It's just half the plot.
But I still think with the Eastern European vote, it could sneak through. I don't think...
Oh, please don't say that.
That's what I'm...
If Georgia qualify, I swear to God, I'm going to murder every single one of those televoters. Not literally, figuratively. Do you know what I mean? I can't even remember it. It's that bland. It's not one of my favourites, but I think it's got a sneaky chance of qualifying.
No, not a qualifier at all for me. I think
maybe I know it's number 2 in the running order. It's a death slot, but maybe a sneaky chance.
Awful song.
But I don't like. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I love Nina. I love Nina.
This wasn't the song that was selected either.
No, it wasn't. It was clickbait.
Yeah.
Talk about actual clickbait.
Yeah.
Damo, baby. I did like it. Now I don't like it. Well, not as much. Do you know what I mean? I did like it to begin with. Now it's sort of kind of gone off it. Montenegro would be better off with the other guys. Exactly. You need the clickbait. Unfortunately, they were illegal, the clickbaiters. But there you go. Lithuania, as I say, I liked. Not anymore. I don't hate it again. It's still better than some others here, but there you go. But I get the passion behind it. I get the Tavo, which means more, by the way. It means more. Was it your? I think it's your. Your. That's just him saying your all the time, basically. Televote winner, Sweden or Estonia, jury, Austria, probably. I really hope for Lithuania that they could do it. It's in my top 5 in the semi, fair enough. But I don't think it'll go through. Lithuania, here's the thing. A lot of people do like Lithuania. I just kind of got off it myself, but I can see why it probably will be a likely qualifier, in my honest opinion. I get
it's a very clone of Euphoria.
It's a clone of anything Lorraine.
Yeah,
more or less. That's why I called it Lorraine 2.0. I get why some people would like it, but my goodness me, is it such a clone? And also, as much as I love Cecile, and she's probably a very established performer, she knows what she's doing. The outfit, just change the outfit.
Yeah,
it doesn't suit you. Like, come up with something maybe. Oh, I don't know. Not hating her or anything else like that. I'm sure she's lovely. I don't know. Denmark is so generic radio. Yeah, I agree. Denmark, my last. Oof. Ooh. Money, you're that generic. Jeez.
Nah, UK's the last place.
It's not the last place. Also, you got France last, not UK.
No,
see, yeah, you did. I caught you out there.
I changed the order.
No, sure you haven't. I did like it.
Winner.
I did like it. But I just don't like it as much now. Same with Lithuania. Shut up. Same with Lithuania. I liked it to begin with. Then hearing others, it's like not gripping me as much. But it's the boobity boobity boom. Like, will people vote for the boobity boobity boom? Yeah. Also, it's number 3 in the running order, coming after Montenegro. It's not a winner. It's a not winner. It's a not. It's a not. It's not even remotely winning. It's funny, but not really catchy. Well, it's about a dead fucking dog. It's about a dog that went to space and died.
Yeah.
How do you create
a dead Russian dog? So it's okay.
It's a dog. I don't think it cares what country it comes from. Dog is dog. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've just meh.
Borderline.
But she hopes she never dies and never will. I don't care what the lyrics are. It's just not. No. Anyway, Latvia, I like it. I think it's borderline as well, given the history, but people do like it. Just the idea of a space rave dog. Alright, that's one for me. Space rave dog. There you go.
That's definitely one that you're going to use a hashtag when they're performing on the night.
Oh yeah, Space Rave Dog. We'll do that when Ireland performs.
Yeah, and I'm going to be wearing the wig.
Of course you are. So, skim through these.
Again, borderline.
What did you say? The space... You think you spelled that wrong. Latvia as well, son. When it goes through, it'll go to P15, but borderline. Yeah, I agree. I like Survivor. My mum loves Survivor, by the way. She loves this. There's one piece missing. Yeah, I agree. It's got something missing about it. Maybe do a key change at the end. Maybe. That's what I think, anyway. Sorry, I had to do that. But look, you won't speak about it, but I will. I like it, and I think it'll, well, in a normal song contest, it might do mid, but it's going to do well at the televote. Let's face it. Moving on, you can put it back on there. Sorry to jump scare you like that. Check in that.
Warn me next time it comes up.
Yeah, so I forgot they were there. I honestly thought they were there. I forgot they were there. Check in number 7 for me. Just get rid of the dance break. Just get rid of the dance break.
Definite non-qualifier.
Ooh, people do like it though. I know Czech's history's been a bit dodgy, but there you go.
It would be quite nice one day to see Eurovision in Prague.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't really seem to get the history behind them.
Beautiful city.
Beautiful song. Speaking of which, of this song.
Qualifier this.
So I am skimming through these. We'll speak about something else in a moment. But I love Kavidia. The dance break fits. I don't get the hate. I'm not keen on the dance break myself. I have a hot take. Jury will eat up Czechia because of the vocal and telly. Could boost it like last year. What if the public fight over... Oh, you're talking about Israel. Okay. Jury will eat up Israel because of the vocal and telly could boost it like last year. What if the public fight over Sweden, Austria and Israel is making it for the win? I mean, we almost had that situation last year, but the jurors saw what happened with Italy and then they flunked it.
Let's put it this way. If Israel won Eurovision, the contest is dead.
I reckon the jurors would have voted for Israel last year, quite a bit, if they hadn't seen the whole Italian televote thing. I reckon that was swaying.
If Israel wins, the contest is dead. There's no way they're going to be able to host.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
No
not.
one's going to want to host on their behalf either.
Will there even be a recognition of it?
Oh, I don't think their win should even be recognised if they did win.
That's a hot topic for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, Greece, I love. Need to get the staging right for Greece, for sure. It's a good. I could tell you what it is. It's kind of bad. I love it. I love it.
Bottom 5 for me, but I know it's going to qualify.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to qualify. I like to almost love, but there you go. Greece, I'm undecided. Fair enough. But I like to love it. I won't love it per se, unless maybe I see it on the night. But I am smiling of it because it's a joke about men's sperminations. Australia's absolutely great. Totally great. Totally great.
Pointless novelty. Yeah.
I like, to be fair though, right, as much as I think a lot of people do think Austria could potentially win, it's currently top of the poll for crying out loud, I don't see a lot of the public going for it. Just got the suspicion in me.
I also think, how's it going to translate live? That's the other thing with this one for me that's like, we don't know what he's like live. This could be really like computerized vocals. No.
He's no. JJ can bloody sing. He's arguably one of the best singers in the whole entire contest, mate. He's winner of The Voice. He is. Trust me, he is. He did really well on The Voice, and I've seen certain snippets of what he's capable of. He can sing. Trust me. Same in regards to Remember Monday, which we'll talk about later. I do think the song is a little bit... Shut up. I do think the song is maybe like so much like last year, which is why I don't think many people will go for it. I love Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Thanks for the subscribe, Alstrix. And Austria was a masterpiece hearing it first, but after 1-2 rounds, the euphoria is gone. Yeah, I agree. I don't have it in my top 10, but when the live vocals hit, it could get a boost again. You never know, exactly. But I love Luxembourg. It's so daft. It's so ditzy.
And a very good nod to the original.
Extremely good nod to its original winner from 64, I want to say.
Yeah.
But either way, I just love it. Even though the staging is awful and her outfit could do with a bit of a rethink, I love it.
And she needs some strings.
Puppet after all. Bottle. Da 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 ba ba da ba do ski do. I do love this one. I must admit, I love it.
I still think it may not qualify.
I agree. Malta doesn't have a history behind them.
No.
But also, is everything alright with my stream? Yes, it is. It's not my type of song. Oh, we're talking about Luxembourg. I think you're talking about Luxembourg. Yeah, but Malta, I think we all agree, we love. We love it, love it, love it, love it. I love it anyway.
I like it, but I don't...
Really, Harry? Damn.
No, I think it was better before they ruined it.
Look, unfortunately, they had no choice,
Yeah.
which is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But regardless, she's going to get on the microphone. When she does the bit, she's going to pop the microphone out to the audience, and they're all going to shout the word "cunt." Easy peasy. Malta will do well. Malta works as a meme, not a song I hate. Yeah, I agree. There you go. Do-do-do-do-do.
Clear winner of the second semi-final.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
Because I've got another country in mind who could win the semi-final, the second semi-final. But for me, this is winning the second semi-final. For me.
Do you reckon she's going to change the staging into the nun? Because that'd be funny.
Or she could start off as a nun and then do all that sexy shenanigans. That would be even that would make sense. But it would be legendary with the whole stadium all seeing it. Yeah, for Malta. Yeah. Well, same with this one.
I actually think Finland could be a dark horse.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon it could be up there with Austria and Sweden.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, we will now delve into
the big five.
Well, almost. I just want to get everybody a reminder of our predictions for the qualifiers. So let me just grab that. No, that's not the one I want to grab. Thank you very much. I want to grab that thing. That would be nice. And there you go. So those were our predictions from earlier. Take a screenshot because we've already spoken about it. About it all. And our EU went, but it will be Finland for me, safely in the top 3 in the semi. But the best I think will be Austria, and for me Australia. Finland should do it in a nun costume, and it would vote for it. It would be understandable, that is for sure. But yeah, those are our predictions for the likely defo borderlines and all the rest of it. Take a screenshot. We've already spoken about it. So let's delve into our top positions. So my number 6 for... Oh, no. Let's start with you. Go on. Your number 6 of the bit for the automatic qualifiers, please.
Automatic qualifiers, the UK.
At number 6?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the songs are awful. The girls can't sing.
They can't sing!
The song is terrible, for a start. It's not a Eurovision song, right? The BBC have got it wrong again. These internal selections do not work. I actually think we're going to get 0 points again.
They can sing. They can 100 million % sing. And I, for one, think it's very quirky and very weird that it could do surprisingly better than you think. I do think so. And I think the jurors are going to absolutely lap it up.
No.
Is that weird? Is that it's a completely shot in the dark kind of song, I agree. But the jurors tend to sort of go for
doesn't do very well at Eurovision.
It's not even a freaking country song. I don't know if now they can sing, but they can sing. But UK is for too pop industry for me. If you want to agree with Damo, fine. Moni, I guess, fine. But I reckon the jurors will go for this. I'm not expecting the public to vote for it as much. It might get a 0 point from the public. I'm not saying it's for certain, but I reckon the jurors will lap it up. I just got that feeling.
I think the BBC have got it wrong again.
I do have to say that maybe could be better options. I agree.
I want to hear the songs they reject.
Same here.
That's one. Look, BBC. If you're watching,
they're very secretive. The
right?
BBC.
I want to know the songs you reject. If you could send us some clips of those songs, just to see if we think any of those are better.
I agree with Ari. It is one of them Marmite ones. I do agree with you because I actually quite like it. I wouldn't say love it, but I like it. My mum loves it, by the way. He hates it. Moni does. if it's that Marmitey, I wouldn't be surprised if it does in Israel 2018. That was Marmitey. That's all I'm going to say to that.
What, win?
I would say win, but do very well.
Yeah, well, Israel in 2018.
I know they won, but I'm just saying they were already sort of bigged up by the lovers as it is anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's got what... And besides, when you look at the Israel song now on YouTube, it is loathed.
Yeah.
And now, and it still ended up winning.
Yeah. Well, it should never have won. It's one of the worst ever winners.
I'm in person... Well...
I mean, come on, a woman doing a 3-minute chicken impression. I mean, come
It is
on,
catchy.
It's not even music.
But the bits is that the main chorus was catchy. But anyway, look. Anyway, you're number 5 out of the big 5. Go.
France.
Why France?
Because I think it's overrated. I don't think the girl can sing. 2.
She can. Both of them
2,
can sing.
it's just a copy of last year's entry with a female vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And... Oh, but I just thought this it's just too slow and just nothing happens with it.
I agree. It's a bit of it's not one of the best ballads they've ever produced, but she can sing, and I think it's a be doing. Okay, you're number 4.
Germany.
Why Germany?
Because I think it's this is I just think it's the better song than the ones below it. That's the only reason. I don't think any of the big 5 are actually wow this year.
Yeah. A lot of both Molly and Ari disagree with you about France, by the way. There you go. You're number 3.
3, Switzerland.
Why Switzerland?
Because I think it's a nice ballad, and I've got a soft spot for it because it's actually written by Illy, who was on the X Factor. I quite liked her music.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Sort of back to your position. But yeah, no, I understand that. And your number 2?
2.
It was either Spain or...
Spain, number 2.
It's Spain or Italy was the other one. So Spain number 2. Why have you put Spain so high?
Because I think it's one of the best out of a bad bunch.
Oh. And your number 1 is Italy?
Yeah, out of the big 5, yeah.
It is a very nice song. I like Italy.
And I still think it's the best of a bad bunch. I think the big 5 standard this year is pretty poor.
But everywhere's poor. It's not just the big 5. It's a mid-year. It's a mid-year all around, let's face it.
Yeah, but I think the big 5 haven't upped their game. I just don't think none of them are any good.
Well, my number 6, you were touching upon Spain earlier. I think it's dire. I won't say, like, look, as far as pop songs is concerned for Spain, it's another copy of Chanel, let's face it.
Yeah.
And the only novelty about it is she was pirouetting her hair like a freaking helicopter.
Yeah.
Like, who thinks that's the right thing to do about a diva song?
I agree with you, but I just think in the order of when it comes to the big 5.
I think you're wrong, but there you go.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Germany. I don't know why people rate this. My number 5 is Germany. I don't know why people rate Germany. I really don't know why.
I still think it's going to be a bottom 5 again for Germany, but as I said, that none of the big 5 are actually that good.
The Spanish are generic. Saying pop is boring. I don't like it. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But Germany, like... I get why some people like it because it is a dance track, but again, like San Marino, will it actually get the vote? I don't think it will.
Let's put it this way, I think if any of the big 5 were in the semi-finals and they had to sing to qualify, I don't think any of them would qualify.
Well, none of the big 5?
No. Italy would be borderline, that's it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think any of
I love Italy, though.
I don't think any of the actual big 5 would be definite qualifiers.
My number 4 is France, by the way. I've only gone for that simply because it's better than a couple of others, but it's like mid kind of thing. Ari's gone 1 Switzerland, 2 France, 3 Germany, 4 UK, 5 Italy, 6 Spain. Moni, you can sod off with your number 6. 5 Spain, 4 Italy, 3 Switzerland, 2 France, 1 Germany. Why? Why? It's not that good.
Why?
What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a moment. My number 4, I think There you go. No, my number 3, Switzerland. I think it's cute, but it's very much similar to Bulgaria 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I just think it sounds like another Victoria song, but I like it.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Number 2, I've gone Italy. Just hear me out. But simply because I love it.
Yeah.
And yes, my number 1, weirdly out of the big 5. Yes, you can argue patriotism, but I've gone for the UK as number 1. Simply because I think it's that quirky and weird. I know, Damo, just shut up.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just shaking my head.
But I know what you want to say. Ba-la-la-la, it's... that ba-la-la-la-la just gets on your wick after a while.
Yeah.
It does, in my opinion.
They should have picked one of the other songs that didn't get through.
Yeah, but a lot of them were mid.
I mean, Nightmare. It's Nightclub.
I know, but this was on the months they're mates. Honestly, it was a nicely organised national final, but poorly executed because the judges just wanted to hear what they wanted to hear.
Yeah, I know.
It was literally Stefan Raab and his mates.
Yeah, it was.
It was the Stefan Raab and his mates song contest.
I know. It was rubbish.
And they only gave 5 songs to the public to choose.
I know.
It's like, what was the point?
Yeah.
There was no point with Germany. We are going to be wrapping that up all there. I know you guys have only come in late, and I'm sorry, but we have spoken about a few things. I will merge all these things in like a video at some point, for sure. But we will be back next week with more Eurovision talk, speaking about the pre-parties, because the Dutch one's coming up, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
The Big Six aren't making the best job that this year. Apart from Switzerland sending a song that isn't meant for this type of contest, but high quality. That is, I get it. I don't think it's high quality, but I get it's not really for the contest. So UK, the best of them, isn't strange. I think, yeah, I'm with you, Harry.
No.
Do you know what? I just have this feeling UK could do better than you think. I know I'm speaking as a patriot.
You said the same thing about James Newman.
Yeah, but I didn't realise we were going to send a freaking trumpet.
No, but you said the same thing about James Newman. I said it was 0 points from the beginning.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were going to send a freaking trumpet. As soon as I saw they send a freaking trumpet, I thought, disaster.
But I thought the song was a disaster from the start. For a start, he couldn't even sing live. I knew that he was a terrible...
He wasn't the best vocalist.
Right, and 2, the song...
Monty likes James Newman, so there you go.
How can you like James Newman? He was terrible. 0 points in the televote and jury.
Look. Let's face it. Yeah, he wasn't the best vocalist, but the song, like, it isn't bad per se. It's just the fact it got ruined by poor vocals and arguably the worst staging of the night. That's the reason why I did so.
I also think he would have got 0 points with the song before as well.
Nah, it would have been about...
No.
It would have been about 80, 90 from the jurors, maybe 1 or 2, if we're lucky, from the public. That's my reckon. Well, also, Harry liked James Newman as well. So there you go. Listen, I'm not keen on it either.
Still, though, the worst UK entry is always going to be Electro.
Oh, absolutely. How even that got 4 points is beyond me.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't even end up last, and it should have done.
Yeah, Electro. It was a potato waffle advert gone wrong.
It didn't even get double nil. It got 14. Like if you took the voting procedure today, it would have got 14 points in total. It would have ended up last, but still would have got 14 points. How do you work that out?
Yeah, it was terrible.
How did it even get 14?
We watched the reveal of that, didn't we? And I think you guys would have loved to have seen our reaction.
Electro Velvet was more deserving of nil point than James Newman.
We looked at each other and went, "What the fuck?"
We didn't like it. Anyway, we're going to end it all there before we get all a bit crazy about and ranting about the UK again. But I do agree with Damo. Get a national final in.
Yeah,
we did a national
because these national selections do not work. Sam was a fluke.
We'll way about this year, but I do agree it was a bit jammy. But that being said, we are going to be ending the live stream there. We will be back next week. I'll be making more videos in the meantime. Keep an eye out for all of my shorts, which I've been revealing all these times.
Are we doing that Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday this time. Okay. We're back with Saturday this time. Sorry, I was busy yesterday doing sim racing shenanigans again. But yeah, I'll be back next week doing another live stream. So I'll see you guys there.
Talking
with my
about
buddy
the
Damon.
Pre-parties,
which is the Dutch Song Contest thingy-maboob, or song, you know what I mean. You have a nice evening as well, Ari, and you too, Moni, as well. I think Dylan's still there, but there you go. Have a nighty night, Dylan, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's been Damo, I've been Jamie. We'll see you next week for another live stream. We're so close to Eurovision, everybody. Bye bye.